In life, you have two options. You can either be a Batman fan or a Superman fan. Like most people, ever since I watched Batman the Animated Series and heard Kevin Conroy's amazing voice talent, I was a Batman fan.
And if it has to end, at least I go out like this, being Batman.
You're goddamn right.
Ever since then, I consumed everything from Batman, from The Dark Knight, Justice League the Animated Series, Lego Batman, Robert Patterson's Batman, and of course the Arkham trilogy. I fell in love with Batman. To me, many others, Batman is DC, and when you think of iconic villains, your mind instantly goes to Batman villains. When I say Gotham, you imagine a corrupt dark city overrun by criminals. Everything about Batman is just perfection. This has caused many other superheroes to be sidelined, especially the symbol of hope himself, Superman. Don't get me wrong, he has his moments. The moment in Justice League Animated Series where he beats the shit out of Darkseid will always be iconic. But that was 18 years ago. The three biggest Superman related media we got since then is Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, Henry Cavill's Superman, and Superman slash Lois show on CW. Let's talk about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League first. There's a lot wrong with the game, and you can watch endless amounts of videos breaking down everything wrong with it. It's a dead game, and the internet is just waiting for Rocksteady to post on Twitter saying they are moving on from it. My problem with the game is that we never get a chance to see the Justice League in action before they corrupted by Brainiac. If you are a Superman fan and waiting to see how Rocksteady, a studio that built the foundation of delivering amazing superhero games, would handle your favorite superhero, you will never see it. Instead, you get evil Superman again, an idea that has been overplayed in the past couple of years. Let's jump over to Henry Cavill's Superman. Whatever you thought about Man of Steel, most people came to the same argument. We want to see a Man of Steel 2 because we believe with great script and great direction, Henry Cavill has the possibility to be the best live action adaptation of Superman. Instead of that happening, Warner Brothers decided their sole mission in life is to destroy this man's career. Let's do a quick rundown. After Man of Steel, we wanted to see more Henry Cavill's Superman. The next movie we saw him in was Batman v Superman, a movie that focused way too much on Batman, and decided instead of building up Superman across multiple movies and making the general audience fall in love with the character, you just kill him off and we all felt nothing. The next time he appeared was Joss Whedon's Justice League, where at the time Henry Cavill was shooting a Mission Impossible movie with a glorious mustache. Joss Whedon wanted to do some reshoots on Justice League, so that mustache had to go. The Mission Impossible team responded to Warner Bros. And said, go fuck yourself. In fact, he's gonna keep that mustache, and you're gonna have to spend $25 million to overwork your visual effects artists to fix the mess. They did not have enough time to fix it, and the internet made fun of them.
Yes, ma'am.
Ugh, that just looks wrong.
Alright, third time's the charm. We have the Shazam movie upcoming. The director thought maybe we'd get a quick cameo of Superman inspiring Shazam to be a better superhero. Henry Cavill at the time was shooting The Witcher. Warner Brothers had no idea what to do with the character, so the director could not get him, and they had to use stand-in footage. That is why you don't see his head at all. Then we got Zack Snyder's Justice League. A good step in the right direction. However, he's dead most of the movie, so you get one cool scene, and that's about it. And fans wanted more. The Rock tried to give fans more of Black Adam and made Henry Cavill announce his return as Superman, making it look like that cameo at the end of the movie will eventually lead to a Black Adam versus Superman movie. Warner Bros. Looked at the box office for 1 second and said, that's not happening. All this mismanagement led to James Gunn announcing that he's rebooting the entire universe, killing any chance that Henry Cavill's Superman will ever appear again. Now let's talk about Superman slash Lois show on CW. Yes, I agree, it's one of the better CW superhero shows, and that is the reason why the show is getting its fourth and final season. However, to general audience, when they think of CW superhero shows, they think of bad CGI and scenes like this.
Barack Obama, it will almost be an honor to kill you. Time to make America grodd again.
And no matter how much we ask them to give it a chance, they don't.
Oh my gosh. No thanks, Chowder. Please! No, Chowder.
Pretty please.
What the?
All these factors over the years have caused Superman to be boring to the general audience and to be sidelined. Until now, with a show called My Adventures with Superman. I know this year people went crazy over X-Men 97, talking about how amazing it was, but DC has been doing this for decades. They have been releasing high quality animated movies and TV shows forever now. It's surprising when they release something with less quality, like The Killing Joke. My Adventures with Superman continues the trend of releasing high quality animated shows. The show wrapped up its second season. After watching it, I finally understand why people love Superman, and I hate myself for not seeing it sooner. Let's talk about how the show did that for me. Many people right now have this idea that Superman is a god, and he's unrelatable to them. The show quickly reminds us, yes, he has all these powers, but he grew up on Earth and he's dealing with the same issues we're dealing with every day. For example, we have an episode of him stressing about his first date with Lois Lane. We have him doing the Always Sunny meme, where he has the list upon list of ideas on how to make this the best possible date ever.
You finally got a date with the girl of your dreams, and your first move is to make a flowchart?
And a map.
We have an episode of him taking on too much responsibility and forgetting about his job of being a journalist at the Daily Planet. I love that the show focuses on the Daily Planet for once and show him doing his job. The show reminds me that he's a lot like Spider-Man. Superman is responsible for saving citizens daily, and Kent is responsible for balancing his job and his relationship with Lois Lane. In the show, he is a good-hearted young adult, doing whatever he can to make your problems his problems and making them disappear. He's here for you. Sounds like the ideal boyfriend, right? That's why the relationship with Lois Lane works so well in this show. A lot of time, Lois Lane is in the background and we don't understand who she is as a character. We know she's a reporter and we know that she's dating Superman, and that's about it. For example, can you tell me anything about Amy Adams' portrayal of Lois Lane? Like why she wants to become a reporter? What are her hopes and dreams? Did she learn a lesson and grow as a person throughout the movies? None of that happened. She is as dull as this piece of paper. And the only thing people remember about her is her being a damsel in distress. She had to be saved by Superman 3 times alone in Batman v Superman. That is the complete opposite with the show. Lois shares a lot of screen time. There's a reason why the show is called My Adventures with Superman. They show us her childhood and how her dad inflicts this mindset of no matter how hard you work, she will be never good enough. She takes this mindset into her own work.
He doesn't want to hear about my screw-ups.
Wait, what? Lois, what are you talking about?
Clark, it's been a year and I'm still an intern. I couldn't even get anyone to talk to me tonight.
We see her constantly working and trying to prove to her fellow coworkers that she deserves to be here. Throughout the series, we see her grow from a nervous wreck into the best reporter at the Daily Planet. This is also the same case with her relationship with Superman. At the beginning of the relationship, she has self-doubt issues, telling herself, I'm not good enough for him. I am just a reporter and he's the Man of Steel. He will just end up leaving me. Clark, being a good boyfriend, reminds her of all the great things she does, how she's always there for him. He reminds her that she is smarter than him and always figures out a plan for whatever situation. The show even has an episode where she saves Superman.
Metropolis is under attack. Superman is out there right now defending us, but he can't do this on his own.
Without her, he would be dead by now. They bring the best aspects of each other, and they grow to be better people together.
Would I be able to shoot fire from my eyes? To rip apart steel? I'm made for destruction. The Earth's better off without me.
No, I won't accept that. You're not a weapon, you're a person.
Batman has nothing like that. He has no stable romantic relationship. The best relationship he has is an off and on relationship with Catwoman. That is not the best relationship. Most of the time, she ends up betraying him anyway. Other than fleshing out Superman and Lois, the show fleshes out Metropolis. A lot of time, Metropolis is a generic looking city. The show knows it's the people who make the city stand out. They have Clark and Lois doing their job, and we see how normal people see Superman. Some see him as the superhero he is, and some see him as...
Superman's no hero. He's the end of the world.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Just like Superman, they are showing the early days of Lex Luthor. They are trying to do what they did in Batman v Superman. So why does this version work for me and the Jesse Eisenberg's version does not? It's simple because this version's plan of taking down Superman makes sense. The main dynamic of Lex Luthor and Superman is the world's smartest man versus the world's strongest man. Lex's plan in Batman v Superman is to frame Superman and make him look like an unstable alien that needs to be killed or controlled. The way he does this is by burning some bodies and tricking Superman into coming to the location. Then, when it goes to court, he will pay someone to testify that he saw Superman kill those people. The second step of his plan is to blow up the courtroom where Superman is trying to defend himself and act like Superman did it. What is stopping Superman from staying at the scene of the crime and helping victims of the bombing? Guilty criminals don't stick around to help the victims. It doesn't happen because this movie script is terrible and written to make Lex look like a genius, even though it doesn't even make sense for Superman as a character. The final step of his plan, once everyone thinks Superman is an unstable alien, is to build a weapon, and this weapon is Batman. To make this happen, he threatens Superman that he will kill his mother unless he fights Batman. What's stopping him from agreeing with you, and instead of fighting Batman, he uses super hearing again to find his mother? The only reason why this doesn't happen is because the movie is called Batman v Superman. Then he has a backup weapon where he uses Zod's body and his blood to make Doomsday. How does he know this would happen? Because the script said he did.
That's just lazy writing.
You notice how complex that plan was? Let's see Lex's plan in My Adventures with Superman. Lex realizes he needs someone who has high power in the government to influence people and enforce laws against Superman. This is where Amanda Waller enters the picture. He uses a vast amount of wealth and technology background to build a kryptonite robot to convince her that Superman could be taken down. Amanda Waller agrees to team up with him because anything Waller can't control is automatically a threat to her. They use their powers to convince the government and citizens that Superman is a threat by showing the destruction he leaves behind after fights. Once everyone is convinced, a law is put in place to make these robots roam the streets to take down Superman. A short, sweet, smart plan. That sounds like the Lex I know. Another aspect of the show that I like is the action. The animators decide to design the show like an anime. There are multiple times in the show where we see Superman getting beaten up, and right before all hope seems to be lost, we see him go into the Dragon Ball Z mode, unlocking a new power. It also plays into the story because we are following a Superman who's just getting started, and he doesn't know his full capabilities. The show reminds you how powerful Superman truly is when he's not holding back.
Did you read the paper?
I'm Superman.
Oh, that's that good shit!
They also use the style of animation for comedical moments in the show.
Daily Planet confirms the Superman is real. We made the front page!
Read the byline.
By Cat Grant, Ronnie Troop, and Steve Lombard. What?
Talking about comedy, let's talk about Jimmy, the third person on the poster. He avoids the trope that most comical side characters get, like being super dumb. He understands what is going on and figures out things before other characters.
I am...
Clark, I know you're Superman. This is not a big reveal.
He is the friend that grounds Clark and Lois back to reality. Both of them have their issue. Lois overworks herself to quiet that self-doubt feeling she has from childhood trauma. Superman is dealing with the fact that he is an alien and doesn't feel like he belongs here. Jimmy reminds them that they both deserve love and they don't need to overwork themselves just to feel good about themselves.
You're one of the only people who made me feel like being an alien wasn't some terrible secret. That being myself could be good.
Whatever happened to Jimmy in the DCU?
Anyway, I started blasting. Bam!
You guys remember the Batman where we saw citizens skit of him? To them, he's just another criminal. He is no symbol. Then at the end of the movie, when Batman saves the day, we see a victim holding on to him for safety and see him as the hero that Gotham needs. Superman goes on a similar story in the show. People at first see him as an unchecked alien that has the power to kill them all. Superman buckles down and continues saving people, no matter what people think of him, showing them no matter how horrible things are right now, and no matter how many times you get beaten up, you can always get back up.
I'm not a warrior. I am a failure.
Aren't you Superman's cousin? Because that guy gets beat up, like, all the time. That doesn't make you a failure. It's just part of being a hero.
Not only do we have a Superman that is viewed as a symbol of hope again, we have a city willing to stand back up and fight beside him, showing together no matter what comes their way, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. It feels nice to watch a wholesome Superman show for once after endless interpretations of Superman as an evil, uncontrolling god. To me and a lot of other people, now that we have passed Deadpool and Wolverine, my most anticipated superhero movie is the upcoming Superman movie from James Gunn. There's a lot of reasons to get excited for the movie. One reason, James Gunn has not delivered a single bad superhero movie or TV show. He knows how to write well-rounded characters that we all fall in love with and can make any character work. He made us all cry for a raccoon. Second reason, learning from Marvel's mistakes. Right now, Marvel is spending a shit ton to cover up their mistakes, from expensive reshoots to bringing back Robert Downey Jr. Mistakes that were caused by not having a clear plan. While James Gunn is out here responding to fans saying he has only done one day of reshoots for both of his past two movies and gave out tips to other directors to avoid reshoots. He most definitely is using this strategy for the new DC universe, hopefully leading to a clear plan for the universe. The third reason, the most important reason to me, when he wrapped filming for the movie, he made a simple post on Twitter. I set out to make a movie about a good man in a world that isn't always so. Based on set photos, we see Superman saving a little girl. He understands that Superman is not a god. He is a good man that makes your problems his problems. And no matter how horrible the world is, there is always hope. The exact way the show did. I hope this is the start of Superman being popular again and people fall in love with him just like I did. Thank you again for watching this video. If you want to support me or Wordy, consider joining our Patreon, where you get all these videos a few days early. Either way, thank you for watching and see you next time.